here with Stubbin for nail cleaning night. He is not super happy. No. But we gotta do this, buddy. You gotta get your nails done. Don't try to jump away. He's trying to jump away. Okay, let me show you guys what I have set up for tonight. Oops. So we have our Renewed Pet Nail and Paw Cleaner, our 100% cotton reusable wipes or cotton pads, nail clippers, got his licky treats, and the Lickable cat treat spoon dispenser. But I have 2 open treats I needed to finish giving him, so I'm not going to put them in there. I'm just going to put them in the little spoon part for him to eat. I've got the cat, of course. We have our grooming table and our pet grooming slings. These are available on our website. Grooming table is not, but I can send you the link where we got it. And then a little dish with some warm soapy water and a towel so that when I'm done grooming him, I can clean my hands before I go to remove the sling, which is just a little pro tip I've learned through the years. You ready, buddy? Okay. Set you guys up in a primo viewing spot. Okay. Most challenging part is getting him in the sling. Once he's in it, we're good to go. Gotta get the 4 feet in the holes. Okay, hold still. Ready? And whoop. Oops. Okay, there we go. So, grooming sling is super helpful if you are grooming your cat or dog solo. But it's a little difficult to get them in, so if you have somebody available to help you out a minute, or at least to get them installed in it, would be helpful. Okay, there we go. Oops, nope. I'm missing the back leg. Okay, there. Now we've got all legs in, all ready to go. Okay, so step 1, going to shake our nail and paw cleaner really good. The products separate a little bit since we don't use anything synthetic, everything's all natural. Okay, going to apply about a golf ball sized amount onto my cloth. And at first here, I'm just doing a really quick, just come along and wet all of his nails with the cleaner, and I let it set on there while I come back and clip his nails. Oops, let's get this right. And so it just helps to soften up the debris if you let it sit there a bit first. And just looks a little better. I'm gonna apply a little more. Good job, buddy. I'll give you a treat in a second. Let me get all your nails marinating. Okay, now his nails are marinating. So got a little bit of grime off already just with the quick, initial soaking phase. All right, and we have Tiki Cat Sticks, tuna in creamy gravy. So let us see. Good job, buddy. He's actually like doing little biscuits with his paws in the air. That was really cute, buddy. Good job. All right, now let me clip your nails. Now what I'm gonna do, I've learned that clipping his nails on one side and then cleaning that side really well, and then I flip him around so that his other side is close to me, is a lot easier way to do this. Because leaning over and like going around him like that was just too difficult with his nails, I was finding. So you didn't see me clip all his nails on the front because just did this 2 weeks ago and a few of them weren't long enough to need clipping. But for some reason his back feet are growing faster and those all needed clipping. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna come back with this original cloth again since it's still pretty wet. And that way it won't be wasteful. And now I'm gonna just do a really much better job than the initial just quick wipe and soak. So we got the big toe there. I know, that one's very clean. And then make sure you open up their paws and you do the inside of the paw pad there. See, like down in here, because sometimes they can get little yeast infections in here around their paw pads as well. Or, you know, a bacterial infection, a bug bite, a wound, something, you know, it's always a good idea. Every time we're grooming our pet, we should be grooming them to groom them for, you know, cleanliness and hygiene's sake, of course, but also take the opportunity, that dedicated time that you're focusing on your pet's body to just, you know, check out their feet, you know, ears, face, like whatever it is you're grooming. Because you never know what you might find when you give a good look. Okay, so try to take a quick second and actually look at all his feet. He does have a little smidge of a yeast infection going on this back foot. So this product is specifically designed that it will help reduce any yeast or bacterial infections or overgrowth that might be happening on your pet's nails or feet. So super awesome for that. All right, so there's all the gunkies we got off from those 2 feet. And now I'm gonna wipe my hands. Just get the oil off so that my hands aren't really slippery and I don't get the sling all dirty. I've learned from experience. And I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys don't get his butt in your face when I flip him over. I've also learned that from experience. There you go. Okay. Ready, buddy? Flip. Good job. Okay, we're halfway done. All right, since we're halfway done, I'm going to give him another little treat. Let me stop you from swinging there. Got the second half of your treat. I don't know how I ended up with 2 of them open at once. Here you go, buddy. This one's tuna and scallop. You love this. Do you want some tuna and scallop? No, he's being stubborn. He doesn't want it. Okay, let's start on clipping. I know. Good gracious. Hold still. We're more than halfway done, I promise. Not much longer. Hold on. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Not much longer. Hold still. I could have already been done this whole foot. Ay, ay, ay. Hold still. One more toe on this paw. One more toe. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, buddy. He hates having his nails done. It's the worst of all his grooming. He doesn't mind. He's really good, really, really good with his teeth. Second best, I would say, is his ears, then his bath. But Toes are the worst. He just hates his toes. Hold still, buddy. Come on, I gotta clip this nail. Aye, aye, aye. All right, we got it, we got it. All right, back feet. 1, 2. That one's good. All right. Now, some more cleaner. I always smush it around a little to help it like soak in a bit. All right, now we'll do a deep clean over here. Almost done, buddy. Oh, forgot to do the inside. Inside of your foot. Let me check your foot. Okay, foot looks good. Last foot, last foot. We're nearly done. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there we go. There's all the stuff off feet number 2 and 3. And before I get them down, let me wash my hands again. I'm going to show you guys a close-up of the yeast plaques that I'm talking about. Because on this back left foot of his, I see he's got a little bit. And this is why I have to clean his paws every 2 weeks. He's a very yeasty cat. He's very, very prone to yeast. So if I didn't do this every couple weeks, he would just have feet full of yeast infections. And it would be awful. Turn it around. Okay. So that right there, that little like reddish brown plaque thing right on his toe right there. That's a spot of yeast. Same thing right there. Same thing over in there. So you can see I wiped this clean, but you know, if it doesn't wipe off, then it's not just dirt or oil. It's actually a overgrowth of yeast causing a little infection. So now that I did this tonight, by tomorrow or the next day, those plaques should be completely cleared because the product, which you can see is all this, you know, oily looking on his foot, the product's going to sit there over the next 24 hours or so and help kill those yeasts that are sitting there making a little infection. It's also usually going to look kind of red and irritated around the area. You can see it's red. Well, that one I just moved my nail on, but both of them are a little red around the area. But if you see this on your pet and it's like this or any worse, then it's also a really good idea. If your pet will tolerate it well, I would recommend just doing daily cleaning with the nail and paw cleaner for 5 to 7 days, and that's going to really help that clear up. Thank you, buddy. Really help that clear up more quickly. You can see he's got just tiny little spots. See on his front feet too, spot there, a couple little spots there. Let's see this one. I know, buddy, sorry. You have to be educational for people. See, and this one's pretty clean. No issues here. All right, let me get the poor guy down, and we will be back on Thursday. What's next on the list? I think teeth cleaning is next on the list. Hang on, bud. Let's see if anybody had any questions. Okay, there's a couple questions. Hang on, let me get him out, and then I'll answer your question. Get the poor guy down. Hello. Yes, Mommy loves me. I'm sorry. You had to clean your feet? You have dirty, yeasty feet? Yes, you do. Okay, here we go. Coming down. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. All right, so questions. Someone asked, is he naturally that calm or did you train him to be that calm? I mean, he is pretty calm cat, but you know, a lot of his behavior during grooming is because I'm just so routine with it. It's in my life schedule. I groom him twice a week. I have a little chalkboard and it says nails, ears, teeth, bath. In between that, I just wipe his eyes like daily whenever he needs his eyes cleaned. You know, I try to be very calm and not anxious or irritate. Like sometimes if I've just, you know, I'm supposed to groom him, but I've had a really stressful day or a really bad day, and I know that I just won't have the patience to deal with him wiggling and moving his feet and all this, then I don't try to groom him that night. I wait until I make sure I have patience and I'm in a calm place. Always make sure I'm trying to give him lots of treats throughout it, you know, lots of good cuddles afterwards. One huge important thing about successfully grooming your cat or dog is, I call it, you can't let them win. I don't really know how to say it any other way, but in this situation with me grooming his feet, if you watch the whole video, as soon as I flipped him over and I started doing the other 2 feet, he became very restless and he was just, you know, being a bit of a booger, moving his hand, you know, so much that I could barely clip his nails. He tried to get his foot in the sling to actually escape the sling. You know, so when they start really being difficult like that, one of the best things you need to do to have success right now and in the future is not let them win, not let them escape from, you know, the blanket that you've wrapped them in, or if you're using a sling. And this is one of the huge reasons why I love and promote the grooming slings, because you get them in there and they're really quite well restrained. And a lot of times when a cat or dog is getting grooming or any type of medical, you know, procedure, blood work, whatever, when they know that they're really restrained and they really can't get out, then they do just kind of go into this calm place. Versus if they can wiggle and squirm around and a paw's escaping and this paw's escaping, and there's like more of a hint that they're going to be able to get out, then they just keep struggling. So grooming sling is really great. And also on our website, we now sell the Calm Cozy wraps, and it's a really great wrapping system where you can just take it up over their body, wrap it around and around, and then around their neck, not tight of course, but only their head is exposed and their whole body is wrapped in. And that, especially that like swaddling, really helps a pet to stay calm. But then with the wrap, you can unvelcro areas so that you can get a paw out at a time for, you know, medical procedures or for grooming. So yeah, those are my tips on, oh, another tip to keep them calm before grooming though, or medical procedures, vet's office. I highly recommend the product Rescue Remedy. It's Bach, B-A-C-H, Rescue Remedy. He was a doctor in the early 1900s that discovered these certain flower essences that work in the body, in humans or in pets. And Rescue Remedy works amazing. You give it to your pet about 15 minutes before you're going to do the grooming or a vet trip or anything, and you can notice a real audible change in their behavior and keeping them calm. I don't do that with Stubborn before every grooming because he stays calm enough and we don't need it, but it's very, very helpful. Okay. And I'm okay with the butt view. That actually looks really comfy. Yeah, I mean, I think it actually could be kind of relaxing, like picture myself in that, you know, kind of, it's kind of like a hammock, right? Like, seems pretty relaxing. Thanks for showing the feet, but mine will not let me mess with her feet. Yeah, the feet are tough. Feet are tough with a lot of them, so just do the best you can, you know. If you have a pet that's really, really difficult with foot cleaning, I would recommend just putting them in the sling or like the cozy wrap and trying to just like one tiny thing at a time. Like give them tons of treats, and try to just clip one nail. And then like a few days later, try to clip another nail, and then try to just wipe the paw real quick. Like sometimes you just gotta be super patient and just do those tiny baby steps. Thought we were the only ones with yeast problems. Nope. Yep. A lot of pets have yeast problems, especially hairless pets, but also, you know, a lot of dogs. Like one of the most common reasons people bring their dog to the vet is for paw licking. And you'll see, especially on some of the lighter colored dogs, you know, golden retrievers and whatnot, you'll see all this reddish brownish stuff all on their paws and between their toes, and they're just licking. That's yeast. That's what that is. That's good. My boy makes the same little meow, and I always give it. Okay, that is what I'm going to try. When's your next video, and what will you be doing? Okay, tomorrow I'll be back on for my live Q&A session, and that's where I just kind of talk over the pet tips that I've posted this week and open this platform for all of you to just ask me any Sphynx cat questions you have for me at all, and start that at 6:30 Wednesday night, and then I'll be back on Thursday for Stubborn's teeth cleaning. I'm trying to do the videos always around 6:30. It's not a perfect system yet because we have a lot of other stuff going on with the products, getting them launched on Chewy.com, and we're working on getting into PetSmart and Petco and all this stuff, and there's a lot happening, and we don't have all the manpower that we need yet, but we're getting there. So one huge goal of mine is that by next year, a lot of the product stuff will be settled and I can have more time to get back to just being here with you guys. And I'm also writing a book, so stay tuned for that. I'm writing Sphynx Parenting 2.0. So that's going to be coming out, I don't know, hopefully the end of next year. And yeah, so trying to get back to more personal serving of our community here. Which time zone? That's Eastern time zone. 6:30 Eastern time zone is when I'm trying to do the live videos and the grooming videos. Okay, thanks guys, and I gotta run as it's almost 8 and I've got another call. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.